Welcome! Happy Sunday, everybody. Doing some art today. I hope my voice sounds okay. I went to like impromptu karaoke this morning for like 50 minutes. And then I was like, maybe I shouldn't do this because I'm gonna be streaming later. Hello! Why are you laughing? Hello! Oh my gosh, I know you were- I saw you in stream yesterday and it didn't occur to me, like I didn't realize what your username was until I just now read it out loud. I'm doing well, how are you? Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're just doing- today's gonna be more of a chill stream, I think. A little bit because my voice is sort of- I mean, this is completely my fault, but my voice is kind of- I should probably rest my voice. I say that, and then I'm not gonna be able to resist talking, I think. But, yeah, I don't know, just chill Sunday stream, focusing on this particular task. I've been, drawing this Harvest Moon poster. My first large print, I think, in a couple years. I have not been very productive with my art, but that's okay. We're doing it now. You checked out our SD and followed last night. Love your art. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. I still remember when I first started like getting more serious about my artwork and like going to conventions and like selling stuff. It took a little while for me to sink in, like, people like it? People like what I draw? They want to give me money for it? That's wild. I don't think I've really gotten used to it still. Can't hang around for very long. Wanted to say hi and see art stream. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no pressure to stick around. Feel free to wander in, wander out whenever you like. No pressure whatsoever. Do what works for you. Do what works for you. Feel free to lurk. Feel free to have me on the background. Feel free to not chat or chat. Whatever you like. Okay, so last time I can't remember actually. I think we finished up with shading Nina, and then we did some shading for Maria and Ellie, and now we just need to do some color adjustments, I think. Because you see they're kind of like really gray. We're gonna start applying color to the shading layer. The problem with doing a group picture like this is that there are like a billion layers and I can never find anything. Where's my Maria layers? Aha, okay. Okay. Raid gone! Hello, you come from Instagram! The exotic land of Instagram. Hello, welcome! Thank you so much. Thanks for dropping by. I'm not actually very well versed in Instagram, but I figured like, hey, if I post on my stories and say I'm streaming, somebody's gonna come check it out, probably. I'm glad it worked. It worked! Yay! This is what the shading layer looks like in normal, but we're having it on overlay. So this is kind of a new process for me. Like I used to shade on individual like color layers, but I've been trying this and it's actually a lot faster, I feel like. So this is good. So change that to multiply. And then I'm gonna add a color layer. Haven't played Harvest Moon, but do play Stardew Valley. Love cozy games. Oh, I mean, Stardew Valley is so good. I know it. I feel like it's gotten like some flack because it's like, I don't know. A lot of people like to be like, oh, it's not even the original. Harvest Moon's the original, which I can kind of understand the feelings of like, okay, you want to make sure the original gets like credit for, you know, paving that popularity. But Stardew Valley is a really good game. It's like it's very thoughtfully designed. I don't know, it's just good. Layers are your friend, but if I forget, make a mistake on the wrong layer, it's terrible. Oh my gosh, yeah. Or like I think I'm gonna have to run into this maybe later this stream. I want to redraw Nina's hair a little bit, and I want to redraw Eve's hair a little bit instead of making it kind of blobby looking here. Like I want to, I don't know, more strands or something. But which means I'm gonna have to like recolor all the layers, so that's gonna be fun. But we'll worry about that when we get there. Okay, so here I want to make. So this is my process. Like I have my new process. I have color layer, like literally a color blending mode to shade all the different like color sections. So I want to make a selection from my masks. Selection from layer, create selection, and then create a mask for the hair. Then I'll apply a new color layer here. This. And oops, that's a normal layer. Change this to color blending mode. And then voila! You get nice shading just on the hair layer. This is ASMR? Oh, really? Yeah. I've never thought of my voice being ASMR, like suitable for ASMR. I will take it as a compliment. I'll take it as a compliment. I do like mumbling to myself. I guess that's like, I guess that is basically what ASMR is mumbling to yourself. Okay, let's see. I can mask the dress layer as well and fill that with a appropriate color. This is a good shading color for the dress. Good saturated purple. This color. That. Fine. Hello, Doc. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I'm having a really good. It's actually, what is it? It's about 3 p.m. my time. I'm having a good day. I actually feel like I did a lot today. Actually, I woke up and met some friends really early for breakfast. And that was really nice. They were from out of town and they were visiting. And we had a nice long breakfast. But we made a mistake. We were sort of like just sitting there and chatting in this like kind of busy brunch place. And we didn't realize that like there was a big line outside and people were like waiting for tables and we had just been sitting there chatting. I felt really bad about it afterwards. So a reminder to myself to be more conscious of my surroundings. I think I want to adjust their shading a little bit. So this is a nice thing I've discovered about doing shading this way. Is that it like kind of you can sort of change the base color and the shading color separately. Kind of nice. How do I shade blue hair? A more purpley, I think, is better. Get a bit darker. If you snooze, you lose. Yeah, we did plan to get there like at opening time, where there wasn't much of a line, so that was a good idea on our part. Okay. And I should get a small shading layer for. Well, actually, this is fine. Okay, so now that we have kind of our basic base colors and shading colors, we can go in with some more details. So I want to go in and give Bring us some blush. But yeah, we met some friends, and then we wanted to go to a fancy bubble tea place, but it only opens at like noon. I think we finished breakfast at like, I don't know, 10:30 or something like that. So we had kind of an awkward amount of time. Like, we could go home and just like chill out and then go back out to the bubble tea place. But we're like, is there something we can do while we're just like waiting for the bubble tea place to open? And then I was like, there's a karaoke place that we like to go to nearby. And I was like, what if we just went to karaoke for like 40 minutes? And my husband was like, I guess. So we went, and we just paid for an hour. It was actually really fun. I'm glad we went on impromptu karaoke. There was actually I kind of thought there would be like nobody there because it's like 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday. I was like, who comes to karaoke on 10:30 a.m. on a Sunday? I mean, us, I guess. But there was like, you know, in most karaoke places, it's not like soundproof. You can kind of hear people through the walls and stuff. There was like some kind of music band. They were practicing at the karaoke place, like in one of the rooms. So like we were like, you know, singing our songs, and then we heard in the nearby room while we were like changing songs, like, wow, those people are really good. Why are they singing? And they were like harmonizing. They were singing like anime songs and harmonizing, and like I think there were a couple of female singers and a couple of male singers, like different voices is what I mean. And I was like, what? They're so good. They're just like here to like practice. Yeah. Hello, Chase and Jack. Welcome. Yeah, it was very fun. And then we kind of peeked into their room while we were leaving. And they had like musical instruments in there, like keyboards and stuff. So they were like, yeah, they were like doing something. I forgot how to color. What am I doing? I'm like talking and like not drawing. Forgot how to do art, everybody. I feel like this every time I stream. I like don't know what I'm doing. Takes me a while to like warm back up again. Art's looking good though. Thank you. Hello, Hoffer. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I'll just put in some more details here. Gotta run for a bit, but this looks great. Great progress since I saw it. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. It's always nice to get that validation. When you're working on art, I don't know, or maybe this is just me, but like, because it goes so slow, sometimes it's hard to like remember that you've actually like progressed. So it's nice to get that external validation. Make it darker shadows. Hi dog, bye dog. But yeah, there was like a legitimate like, I don't know, anime cover band or something. And they were speaking Japanese too, so they were like from Japan, or maybe they're just, I don't know, just a group of Japanese people who live here that also covers anime songs. Kind of amazing. I was like, wow, I'm glad I came here and witnessed this wonderful music. And then we did that. That was kind of fun and impromptu. We did sort of our strategy for getting through as many songs as possible was basically like, we would like sing like half a song, like the verse and chorus of like one song, and then we would skip to the next one. We're like, okay, good enough. We've experienced it. So I actually got through quite a bit of songs, but because of this, my voice is a little bit like, my voice is complaining. Why did you do this to me? You streamed for 4 hours yesterday, and then now you do this? How dare you? And then we went to our fancy bubble tea place. expensive but delicious. Same one we went to last weekend. We were like, should we go again? And we were like, yes. Went again. So that was good too. So I was sipping. I actually still have some boba left, but I don't wanna like slurp through the straw while on the microphone, unless that's like. I guess I could mute and slurp my boba through the straw. I guess I could do that. Okay. Make this like. Yeah. Draw on some eyelid folds here. Don't need to worry about making. I want to kind of lower the saturation on this, on her skin shadow. It's a bit too bright. It's gonna stand out a bit too much, I think. Isn't it? Luminosity here. That. Okay. Okie dokie. I don't know how to color anymore. So, one thing I will notice about this coloring strategy is I feel like I do a lot less fussing around because the shading and the shading and the base colors are on different layers, so I almost can't like. It's actually like a lot harder for me to go in and be like, oh, I'm gonna like slightly adjust the color here and slightly adjust the color there, because it sort of messes up the layers if I do that. And so I find myself just like not doing it. Which is maybe good. I don't know. It makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, like, oh no, I can't like make things fancy looking. But maybe simple is good, I don't know. Good. Yeah. So having a good Sunday, and then I came home and had some time to play Final Fantasy 14. Oh man, there's gonna be a Fall Guys collaboration in Final Fantasy 14. When I initially heard that Fall Guys and Final Fantasy 14 were gonna collaborate, I initially thought that like, kind of like the Sonic. There was a Sonic collaboration with Fall Guys a little while ago, and like for that you like play Fall Guys and you can get like Sonic the Hedgehog themed, you know, like what do you call it? Like aesthetic gear. Fall Guys. Yeah. I hope everyone's played Fall Guys. It's really fun. Though I don't play it that much. But you know, I played for a little while during the Sonic the Hedgehog collab because I wanted the like Sonic like items that you can get. I wanted to try to grind for those. But So when I initially heard that Final Fantasy 14 is gonna collaborate, I was like, oh, like I'll just play Fall Guys more, get some stuff. But no, the Fall Guys was coming to the MMO. They are going to make Fall Guys obstacle courses inside of Final Fantasy 14. They showed like a little video trailer of it. And I think it's opening this next week, like on Halloween. So I kind of want to like, I want to stream it maybe. I think that would be fun. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'd never want to stream Final Fantasy 14. Just because I feel like there's a lot of like, I don't know, just like running around. But Fall Guys, I might stream the Fall Guys obstacle courses. I think that might be fun. Yeah, like I'm curious to know how it's gonna work. The dev team is actually pretty good with like making small mini games and things like that. The game has lots of like little things that they'll bring around for like little like one-off things that they'll bring around for like the Valentine's Day events and the Halloween events and things like that. Make some, what am I doing here? I want add in some bounce light. Yeah, I want to do that is add some blue ambient light. I want a screen layer actually. Layer. This is too light. Get more. Okay, this. This is like skylight, like, oops, bouncing up. The shadow's a bit more interesting. Oh, thank you, Betsy, for pinning that. Yeah, this is the comics fair that I mentioned last night, before I ended the previous stream. So thank you for pinning that. Yeah, the comics fair is I am not affiliated with it whatsoever. I have no horse in this race. I just think it's cool. But yeah, there's an online like art market going on basically. That is going through the end of October. So there's only a couple days left. Just a bunch of small comic artists putting up their stuff for sale. It's all digital. So you'll get it right away once you purchase it. And all the profits go, I think everything except for the credit processing fees. Yeah, but the rest of the money goes directly to the artist that you buy from. So it's pretty cool, and there's some pretty cool stuff on there. I am excited. Oops, this is not the right layer. This layer. Yeah, so do not forget. Get yourself some cool comics. I know next to nothing about Final Fantasy 14, so a Fall Guys collab sounds really goofy. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 is a pretty goofy game. And I mean that like affectionately. I feel like it was very, I feel like it was more serious in its like first expansion. Like it was very like this is fantasy and like we're gonna fight dragons and like dark whatever. And it's still a little bit like that, but they also mix in a lot of other stuff. Now I feel like it's like more balanced, like some funny parts mixed in with the serious story parts. So it doesn't take itself too seriously, which is something that I think is really nice. So I don't know, it's like, I almost like didn't think about the fact that like, I guess it is kind of goofy, but I just didn't think about it because it just seems so on brand for the game. I'm gonna do some bounce light, but this is not working. Maybe if I do soft light. This work? Okay. Just mixing in a bit of color here and there. Try and blend things in a little bit. The overlay is a better blending mode. Overlay maybe. Okay. Already famous? What are you talking about? Hello, Greg. No fame here. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. I didn't realize my lack of fame would make you so sad. I'm coloring very slowly. Very, very slowly. The extent of my knowledge about Final Fantasy XIV is from a video where somebody ate 999 eggs in game. Oh yeah, that was, wasn't that Rubber Ross? I actually don't watch him that much, so I don't actually know, but I think that was Rubber Ross. He's like sort of Game Grumps adjacent. Or he was like, he like worked for Game Grumps for a while, I don't remember, but yeah, he's like a gamer dude. I have known about, yeah, we all heard about that, and there was an egg emote that was added because of this. The devs were like, we are amused. We shall join in on the meme. Yeah, they added an emote because they added an egg emote. I have the egg emote. I think I have the egg emote. I hope I do at least. Yeah, but they added an egg emote because of this. Because of this feat. Did you know the person who rated yesterday is the face of a Twitch emote? Wait, really? No way! Really? Oh my god. Wow. I'm glad I didn't know that, because I think I would have panicked. Well, that was nice of them to visit me. Mobile, so can't pull up their name easy. Okay, yeah, no problem. Wow, that's kind of terrifying, but in a good way? In a good way, I think. Oh, whoa. This one? Wow! No way! I mean, this just goes to show how much I like don't know about Twitch culture. Wow. Oh no. Yeah, how did you find this out, Betsy? Were you just like Googling them? And then you were like, wait a second, they were famous. Oh, it's in their bio. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. I guess if a Twitch emote was made from my face, I would probably also put it in my bio. That's cool. Wow, I met a famous person, kind of. I read the title of the stream. I guess I wanted to ask if you finished yesterday. No, we did not. We didn't finish Harvest Moon yesterday. I was too ambitious. And I did not finish yesterday. I got to the end of spring. Like, I got into summer, and then I was like, I cannot feed cows for another hour. I have to stop. So, yeah. Yeah, they were super nice. They were super nice, and their chat was super nice too. I was blessed. Yeah. Need my Maria reference pic. Maria. Where are you? I have too many tabs. I can't find anything in my browser. This just means open a new tab. Okay. Yeah. SNES. Yeah, I panicked. They came in with like 30 people, and I was like, what do I do? I'm just planting grass for an hour. I'm really sorry. This is not gonna be interesting. I mean, I'm like, oh man, why do I have to be playing this game today? As much as I love Harvest Moon, I'm running out of things to talk about. I need to adjust. I need a little bit more contrast. It's not shadowy enough. Grass growing simulator. My voice showed my pet. Was it really that obvious? Oh man. I'm embarrassed. You felt the need to introduce yourself and your channel, which you don't usually do. Yeah, I'm usually pretty like, well, that one's because I noticed other people do that. Like, the couple times I have rated, people say like, oh, I'm like so-and-so, and I, you know, this is what I usually do. And then I was like, oh, that seems like a good idea. That people can kind of like figure out whether they want to stay or not. Like, judge whether they want to stay or not. So that was me just trying something new, but I think it's also true. I sort of defaulted to like, okay, well, let's try to be a Twitch person. Let's try to blend in. It might be good to have like a small spiel. But what is my spiel? Like, what am I? What do I even do? Yeah, a short little thing. Some people do certain things for raiders. Oh, really? Like they have like a special like thing that they do? Like what? Like, will they like say something funny or like? What you did yesterday was good? Oh, okay, cool. I don't feel like you need to introduce yourself. Okay. Someone who spins a wheel whenever he gets raided. Oh, that's unique. People are so creative. People are so creative. certain actions on it, like chat write a tweet for him or something like that. Oh, okay. So it's like a fun extra thing so that people are like excited when he gets raided. Like, oh, we're gonna do something kind of like unusual. I see. That's fun. I would never... Like, I love you, chat. I would never let you write a tweet for me. I don't trust you that much. Most I've ever personally seen is just a visual on a screen and some sound playing. Ah. People will watch, say, welcome, I'm playing Tetris, and that's it. Don't need to overthink it too much. Okay, that's good. That makes me feel validated. Don't need to be too... People are like, thanks, welcome. Okay. Yeah, I'm like this in real life too. I get really anxious about like, am I following the social norms? Am I offending somebody? So I guess that goes for online experiences as well. I'm like, I must do what is expected of me. Okay, but it seems like there is quite a range actually, so I don't need to be too stressed. Okay, this is good for Maria, I think. Oh, she's just gonna be in the background. She looks a bit... I don't know, her color seems kind of off compared to... Why? Why does she look off? She's kind of like too contrasting against the green. I think the red shadow needs to be more saturated. I can literally do whatever. Okay, sounds good. But yeah, it might be, but I think you're right, Betty. Like it might be good to have a spiel just so like not because I like have to, but just because like it might make it so I don't panic. This too. Blue or green. I think this is better. Then it blends in with the background a little bit. Friend was rated by somebody who brought 1,000 viewers. Oh my god. You just did the spiel. That's wise. Okay, maybe I should prepare some kind of spiel. Hair, I think, is a bit too bright. I'll adjust. Man, tonal adjustments is my best friend. Whoa. Actually, this looks kind of cool, except her hair color is not that color. Darker? Darker? Saturated? Okay. Joined a raid the other day and the stream was trash talking one of their mods for at least 5 minutes. Oh god. That's awkward. That's so awkward. Why would you do this? My only 2 mods are my real life sisters, and if I'm gonna trash talk them, I will do it to their faces. Hehehe. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's okay to trash talk you? Okay. Good to know. No, I would never. I would never. I have nothing to trash talk about. What would I even say? I feel like if Joy got raided with 1,000 people, I could take off my headphones and still hear her panicking from across the ocean. You're not wrong. You would like feel the energy on the earth would like adjust seismically. Probably. Whoa. Just make I'm gonna make the skin shading a little less saturated. Okay. this is good. Okay, I've desaturated Maria's colors a little bit, and I think actually this is better because it blends in a little bit more of the background. Okay. Okay, maybe I should adjust, I should come up with this feel, because like, if anything, like not because I think it'll get me more followers, but because it'll prevent me from having a full-on like panic attack. Sometimes the big streamers like to randomly raid smaller ones, so you never want to be on your toes. Oh god. Man, I do remember the one time I was in a big raid was I was watching Games Done Quick on Twitch, and as you might know, it is a huge stream. And apparently I've been watching Games Done Quick for many years, but I'd never like stuck around for like the ending before, like the ending stream. But one year I did. And apparently what they do at the end, or at least they did that year, was they raid into like a smaller like speedrunner stream. And so like, yeah, it was literally like a big streamer raid jump scare. Like they're like, okay, we're gonna raid in, and I guess, oh, I remember too, I was puzzled by this as well. There was like a raid phrase or something, which I don't quite understand. I think it's like a thing that you say when you get into the raid, I guess. Like a battle cry. And so we like all raided this small speedrunner. I think they were speedrunning like some NES game, I think, some like Ninja NES game. And then yeah, we got in, and then it was kind of wholesome, but I also felt kind of bad because they like he was just doing his thing, and then like all these people came in, and he was just like so shocked. And like he didn't know what to say, and then also his computer started like you know, his streaming computer just started like blowing up, and it was like freezing because it it wasn't that good of a computer, I guess. And like all the, you know, like the alerts and stuff started going off, and he was like, he's like, I can't see chat. I know there's a whole bunch of you here, but I literally can't see it. Everything's frozen. Yeah. And it was like, I think he was like a mixture of like happy and horrified. So that was like I think my first time ever being in a Twitch raid. I remember that. So yeah, we jump scared a small streamer. I followed him that day. I still actually have him on my follow list, I think. Okay, we have Colored Maria. Okay, she seems good. Her color seems a bit more blending in now, because she has more like green adjacent colors. I feel like I need to adjust Nina's hair too. It's like too red. Too red. I'll do that later. Okay, let's start with Ellen. The chat member, it's always a little spooky when a massive raid comes in the channel. Like, is chat gonna go back to normal? Oh. You're like, we had some vibes here. Now it's different. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, I guess it's mixed feelings for everybody, huh? Like, I'd probably feel, I'd be happy. Like, oh, cool, like, people get to, you know, enjoy the streamer that I also like. But at the same time, it's like, I like the vibes. I think somebody mentioned that once, like, maybe it was, I can't remember who mentioned it, but like, you know, like, you follow a small streamer and then they get big, and then it's sort of like not as nice because it's like, you know, it's just different. Like, there's, you know, there's still the same streamer, but you don't get as much interaction and things. Yeah, smaller streaming is more popular. It's not as tight-knit in chat. Yeah, exactly. Incredibly true. I don't think I've had that heartbreak yet. Well, probably because I do not really. There's not a lot of people I've watched. I'm trying to do that a little bit more. I know a lot of the people who pop in here are stream as well, and so I'm like, I think it's nice to check out what they're doing and hanging out in their channels. Or when a streamer makes connections with communities that are very different, and then the culture of the chat changes. Oh, interesting. Streams are small and more private. It's like opening the roof of your house for a commercial plane to come by. I think there's actually, isn't there a setting where you can like limit the sizes of the raids or something? Like I think I did set it so like, I don't know, it's something like you can't come in with like a raid larger than 1,000 or something like that. Because I think I would combust. I would spontaneously combust if this happened to me. When they get bigger, more trolls will come in. Yep. Yeah, one thing I heard from a VTuber I follow, they were basically like, if you ever want to get into streaming, just like do not be afraid to swing the band hammer. Just like you do not, like you don't owe people like second chances and stuff. Like sure, they might have been a cool person, but they will be cool somewhere else. Like they, you know, they're just like like if they seem sus, just ban them. And like it doesn't matter if you were like right or wrong about like judging their character or whatever. Like if they're cool, they'll move on, and if they weren't cool, then you made the right decision, you know? All for banning immediately, no warnings. Yeah, I know that's like the most efficient thing to do, but I'm very bad at it. Give that advice in real life too. Yeah, that's also, I think that's also true in real life. I've realized as I've gotten older. Trying on some different shading colors. For Ellen. This bluish is good. Okay. Scarf. What does Ellen look like? Yeah, I'm still not as good as I would like to be in just like being very selective with I don't know, just like I tend to, if I'm already in a conversation with somebody and then I realize they're like kind of sus, I have like a really hard time being like, I'm gonna go. Banished for being cringe. Hard one is when there's somebody trauma dumping. My friend was doing a you laugh, you lose challenge, and this person was talking about their deceased family in chat and kept adding the streamer and saying you missed my message. Oh my gosh. That is like, that's really, I find it hard to, like, it's things like that where like, sometimes it's like, this person has got to be trolling. They cannot be like, so, like, there's no way that they don't know what they're doing, right? But then like, some people really just don't, like, they just don't have that awareness or like, so it's like, yeah. And then when you think like that, you're like, oh, but so maybe I should just like gently explain to them or whatever. But like, truthfully, you don't really owe that to anybody, right? But then, you know, but it's clear they're having a hard time, and then it's like, oh, but I feel bad, and then it's just hard. Yeah, it's awkward. That's very awkward. Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I would be having a difficult time. Yeah, genuinely a lonely person with social awareness. Oh no, hundreds of people do that genuinely. Streamer, please read the message I sent. Ugh. People with autism, no real understanding of social boundaries. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely like like, I think it took me a lot longer than, like, I don't have autism, but like, I do think I'm on the like slower end of developing like social awareness. Like, I don't think I was fully, how do you say it? Like, it took me a lot longer, I feel like, than some of my peers. Like, I was much older when I realized, like, oh, I probably shouldn't say these things, or I shouldn't do that. So I understand, like, where it comes from. And then at the same time, also, like, how much effort do I want to put into, like, helping this person understand? Hey, Joy, I damn you. Oh, no, don't do it even for a joke. And, like, I'm, like, actually stressed out. Oh, God. The timeout moderator function is really useful. Ah. Greg giving me trauma. No, seriously, it's like, I 100% know you're joking, but, like, seeing those words is, like, actually really scary. Oh, my goodness. Let's see, shading this. Wow, that's not, and it's like not something I expected to be kind of alarmed by. Maybe because we've been talking about it. I tag Discord every day. Joy stream today. Stream today, my queen. God. So I guess it kind of comes with the territory, huh? If you're a larger streamer, like just as part of numbers, it's like it's gonna happen, and you just have to like figure out what you want to engage with and what you don't want to engage with. That seems hard. Green shadow, yellow shadow. See this? Orange shadow. People tag Valorant pros with a link to the YouTube montages of silver gameplay. Oh, why would you do this? No. Oh no. But it does go to show there is quite a bit of like, I don't know. Human beings, it's like the hard part is like, you know where it comes from. Like, I think everybody can relate to like feeling lonely and like wanting to have get attention, not just for selfish reasons, but like, I mean, wanting attention is not like a selfish thing in itself, you know? But sometimes it's hard for people to like find it where they are. But they want like a certain kind of attention from certain kinds of people. And it's hard. They have no bad intentions. They might stop you asking, but it's so awkward to know even. Yeah, and then, you know, and they'll be like, oh, why? And then you have to explain, right? Which is not bad. I mean, of course it's like natural to ask why, but it's also like, you can't be doing this for like every single person, you know? Hard. Paradoxical relationship between streamer and chatter. Yeah. Even fans and famous people who think they know them. Yeah, exactly. And part of it's just a desire to, like, I feel like streaming is very, you know, like, I think by the reason it's so attractive is it kind of makes you feel like you're hanging out with somebody, you know? And so it's like, and like, you know, you follow a streamer because of like their personality and you think they're really cool. And so it's like natural to want to be friends with them. Like, it makes sense. But then it's like, so you have to have that kind of like level, like that awareness of your own feelings and be like, okay, I am not their friend. They are doing this, like, this is their job or like, you know, their hobby or whatever. And like, it's maybe kind of similar to like, you know, you sort of make friends with like the barista at the cafe you go to a lot because you just see them a lot. And like, you're probably not gonna ask them for like, you know, to like come to your birthday party or whatever. Like, you might, but that's like pretty rare. Most of the time they're probably just like I'm here, I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna go home. And I will be friendly. And it'll be nice to see, like, nice customers and stuff, but, like, that doesn't necessarily mean I want to be friends with them, right? It's born from not enough interaction IRL too, so they might try to vent with stuff they have no one else to open up to. Yeah, and that feels so sad to me. Like, that's also part of why, like, you know, it's, like, hard to set boundaries because I just feel bad. It's like they're obviously doing this because they need to, you know? But, like, at the same time, you can't be, like, that person for everybody. I don't know why, but the thought of someone inviting a streamer to their birthday is kind of funny. Like, will you come to my birthday party? Like, no, but nice of you to ask. I'll invite you to my birthday. Oh, really? I'm honored. Is that a Chuck E. Cheese? Oh my gosh, I was talking about Chuck E. Cheese yesterday. We drove by a Chuck E. Cheese and my husband was like, cause he's not from the US, so he was like, what is the Chuck E. Cheese experience like? So I was like explaining to him. He was like, so is it like, it's like an arcade, right? I'm like, no, it's like people don't go there just to play the games, at least from my knowledge. You like go there for, I was like, I guess people go there literally just for birthday parties, and you get kind of that like all-in-one. My mom can call your mom to make sure it's okay. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was like, I guess it's just for birthday parties. I don't think I've ever gone to a Chuck E. Cheese for like not a birthday party. And I was like, yeah, there's like an arcade, there's like those physical play places. There's the you know, they have like pizza, like there's like food. They might even serve like ice cream and cake or something now. I don't know. There's like animatronic things, though I'm not sure they still have those. FNAF disgusting pizza. Sugary pizza. I don't remember. It's been, I think, more than 20 years since I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese. I don't actually know. I don't know what it's like anymore. And I was like, do kids still go there? And then we were Googling in the car. Like, we went to the Chuck E. Cheese website. And then my husband was like, oh, it's like marketed as like a birthday place venue, birthday party venue. And I was like, well, that makes sense, I guess. Because like I've never been there for anything else. They do have someone dressed up as the mascot now. Ah. Okay, so instead of the animatronics. Yeah, they do have prizes. Wait, Betty, have you never been to a Chuck E. Cheese? Do you not remember the prizes? You could get like old candy and like those like finger trap toys and like, you were called a stench. I don't remember a stench, but I was also not very, I was just excited to be there. The mouse named Chuck, I've never even thought about this. Yeah, his name is Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck Entertainment Cheese. Yeah, Charles Entertainment Cheese is his full name. I feel like we were there for cousin's baby. Wait, somebody had their baby's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese? But why? The baby's not gonna care about Chuck E. Cheese. Interesting. Oh, B-Day, sorry. I misread. The E legit stands for entertainment. His name is Charles Entertainment Cheese. Finally aged candy from 1967. Yeah, who knows how long it's been there? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Yep, that's his name. That is his name. Skee ball. Oh yeah. The giant play. Oh, I don't know what you mean about the cars. I do remember the giant play places. With like, there's like a big tunnel, you know, lots of tunnels you can hide in. And yeah, the arcades, like the skee ball with the really heavy balls. And I remember as a child, I was like, man, if I threw this at somebody, this would probably kill them. I cannot be trusted with so much power. I remember thinking something like that to myself as a child. I was like, these are very heavy. This is like the most heavy ball I've ever held. The only fair prize I ever won was skee ball. Oh yeah, you won a Sonic doll at a fair. I don't think I've ever successfully won at a like a carnival game. The windows that basically looked like a car and had a steering wheel, they were all the way at the top. Oh, wait, I do remember. I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that was like the key. That was like the... Oh, wait, I remember this now. I have a memory of like when you're kids and then you're like climbing all over the play place thing, right? And you're like, okay, this is my... You know, you enter like a... There were these like junction points where like the pipes like meet each other. That's sort of like a little room, and you would like get in there and be like, okay, this is my house. And then, but then all the kids wanted the top car room as like their house, right? Because it's like the coolest room. I remember that was like a thing that was like, oh, okay, if you're like the king, then you get to be in the car room. I vaguely remember something like that. Yeah, the cool kids would be at the top. The fish game in Japan where you scoop the fish. Oh, I've never tried it. I've never tried it. The rope mesh areas. Oh yeah, and you feel like you're like Indiana Jones and you have to like survive. You're like, I'm falling. Like I have to climb the vines to like survive so I can call for help, you know? Like it's that kind of thing. Like it really makes you feel like I don't know, you're like on some sort of wilderness like adventure. Reverse the perilous rope. It's a paper net. If you go too fast, the net breaks and fishy gone. Oh yeah, I've seen that in anime. I've never tried it myself. It seems hard. Seems very hard. I think the only carnival game I've ever tried is that one where they have the water guns and you like shoot the water into the little targets. Like the targets have like a little hole in them, and if you shoot the water in them, they like move forward or something. Claire Deloon entered stream. Claire Deloon has entered the chat. I don't know if people have seen this, but since my you know, new adventures on Instagram, like trying to become a seasoned social media user, there's this account, this lady who makes videos about how girls used to play pretend, like it's like the video is like, this is how adults think that little girls used to play on the playground, and it's like, oh, like we're having tea and like, you know, we're, you know, like, okay, you be the princess and I'll be the other princess or whatever, right? And then it switches to like, this is how girls used to play, and then like she's like on the ground, she's like, okay, let's pretend we're all starving orphans and we have to beg for food in order to survive. And then, you know, and then there's, it's like a montage of like girls, like, you know, she's like, okay, you're dead and I'm crying over your body, okay? And then she goes, I can't believe she's dead, only if we, and then she's like, okay, now I have to be sad and like take all of your food because otherwise I'm gonna die too. And you know, it's like stuff like that, right? And I'm like, this is so accurate, actually. This is actually so accurate. Like me and my friend, we used to play wolves a lot when we were little. And yeah, we would do stuff like that. Like, okay, like the leader of the pack is dead, and now we have to fight it out to see who becomes like the new alpha or whatever. And then like one of them dies in the ensuing fight, and we're like all sad, and we're gonna like howl at the moon as like a funeral. Like we would do stuff like that as kids. It's so accurate. Now I have to be sad and eat your organs to survive. Yeah, like stuff like that. I really enjoy it. I think I wish I could remember her username. She has a bunch of videos like it. And it brought me a lot of joy to see like all the commenters being like, this is so accurate. I was like, oh my gosh, we were all like this. Okay. I think I need to do the same thing with Ellen. I need to make her hair less saturated, I think. I remember one of my friends always ended up dying in a dramatic way when we played like that as kids. Oh, I see. Cause they wanted to, or because because they it just kind of happened that way. Was this a decision by committee, or was this their thing that they just liked to do? They wanted to, they set it up themselves. Oh, I see. I mean, good. I mean, that's good role playing. Sometimes if you tell a good story, that's all you need to do. All you need to do is tell a good story. Let's change the scarf color as well. I think this needs to be more saturated too. They wanted to die the hero. Oops, that is too bright. What the heck does Ellen's scarf look like? It's kind of a light orange. A bit too light. Okay, just a bit lighter. This. This is good. Good. Okay, I will put in some ambient lighting. Sister and friends would just pretend to fight over fictional boys. I feel like I did that too. Can't remember. When I was in elementary school, my friends and I would play Sailor Moon a lot. We would be like, but my friend was always Sailor Moon. I always had to be somebody else. I was never allowed to be Sailor Moon because that was my friend's role. And there was this boy who was sort of friends with us who would also play with us because he also liked anime and stuff. And he was always Tuxedo Mask because he was the only boy that would play with us. And obviously my friend had a crush on him. And so she's like, okay, well, I'm Sailor Moon. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be Sailor Mercury again. Because I don't know, I'm glasses and I look like a nerd, even though Sailor Mercury does not wear glasses. But yeah, I think we did play out some like romance plots and stuff, but I can't remember. I wish I did. I'm sure they were really like exciting. And like this? Yeah, I think Ellen's looking pretty good too. I should not make this bird the Twitter bird color. What does P-Chad look like? The hierarchy, be Giga Chad, Sailor Mars. Did we? I think we had a different friend who was always Sailor Mars. Like we had like our assigned roles. And we did not veer away from our roles. But yeah, we definitely, I think there was actually quite a bit of like romance pretending in our playground thing. But I wish I could remember. I wish I could remember the plots. I'm sure they would be like really funny stories to tell, but I can't remember. Makes me so sad. I need to look up the cutscene where Ellen loses her bird because I want to know what color the bird is. Ellen's heart event. Oh no, the P-Chan is Twitter bird colored. Oh no. It is Twitter bird colored. It's like exactly Twitter bird colored. It's like a bright sky blue. Uh-oh. Me and my friends would pretend to be Call of Duty characters. He was always Ghost, because Ghost is the coolest one. Wow. Call of Duty, huh? Change bird to an X, problem solved. Are you just like... Ta-da. Accurate. Man. I'll just make it kind of less. It is sort of bright anyway, so let's make it less, saturated. More. Oop, I am on the wrong layer. Okay, bird layer. Change the I to an X. It's dead. No, it's not dead. P-Chan flies away into the forest to live a happy life in the wilderness, even though you should never do that with a domesticated bird because it will die. It will 100% die. Slightly more green colored. Okay. Like blends in a little bit more. I need to use a shading color for the bird. Selection layer. Mask. I still call Twitter. Me too. I can't call it X. It's too hard. Too hard. Bit bright. It's saturated. I'm gonna start a new site and call it Tweeter. Tweeter. What is a good shadow color? This. Okay. How do I paint this bird? How do you paint birds? Time to look up a bird reference. I did notice in Japan, a lot of like store signs often have like their social media account. So you go to like a ramen restaurant and they'll be like, oh, this is our account on Instagram. And a lot of them have Twitter/X on it. Like they have not like switched over to just using X. They call it Twitter/X. Because I think it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like too ingrained. Too ingrained. I'm Googling for sparrow in flight to see how the heck do I paint a bird. Oh, this is a cute bird. Paint the bird, paint the bird. Need to find a bird with the right shadow. Okay. I saw a big old hawk the other day. Oh, cool! I love seeing hawks. Like flying around, minding their own business. Sometimes they do that, and you're like, oh, that's awesome. Wingspan was like 4 feet wide. Whoa. Were you like super close to it or something? That's wild. Seen a hawk swoop a bird before? Oh no! Poor bird. There's I don't know if any of you watched if you're from the US. There's probably similar shows in other countries too, but in the US we have a show called America's Funniest Home Videos. I used to watch it a lot as a kid. And I don't remember much from it. It was a lot of just like people getting hurt in like comical ways, but I do remember there was this one video, it's like seared into my mind, where this girl is like, she's outside with her hamster cage and like she's like holding her hamster and she's like, look, and, you know, like she's like showing it to the camera and being like, look, my hamster. And then like she puts the hamster onto the cage and then immediately a hawk swoops down and flies off with the hamster. And the girl's like mouth open, like, and it's so sad, but it's so funny. And that's like the only video that I remember. It's burned into my mind. I don't know, what kind of bird is Peachan? I don't know why I'm thinking so hard about, do bluebirds have, what color beaks do they have? They have black beaks, like. Oh my gosh, bluebirds are so cute. Why are they so cute? So round. Would you take care of your husband if he turned into a hawk? Like isn't that like Animorphs? I would take care of my husband if he turned into a hawk. Dark. It's a gray beak? I think it looks kind of weird. This? I would take care of him. I would learn to be a falconer if my husband turned into a hawk. Seems like only show like that these days is ridiculousness. Yeah, the Animorph guy turns into a hawk permanently. I feel like I did not approach... I feel like I read a lot of the Animorph books as a kid, and I actually don't remember a lot of it. I feel like I should have... I feel a little bit unsettled by the fact that I didn't feel as much existential dread as I would today if I had read those books. This does not look right to me. The shading looks weird. Bird is too shiny. What do I do? I need to make the shadow like less. Less. He looks kind of bumpy. I don't know. There's a great lecture on YouTube that explains the entire series of books, like tells the whole story. Oh, that sounds fun. I should look that up. I did read a lot of them. I don't think it was like as formative to my... Yeah, because I really don't remember a lot of them. But, I think it would be cool to, like, hear the whole story and just be like, how crazy was this storyline? Okay, this is looking a little bit more like a bird. But it's so small, it's like... Okay, this is fine, I think. This is fine. That's why I know Tobias is a hawk. I've never read it. Oh. I feel like it's like a... Actually, I don't know. Actually, I think the only reason I remembered it is because they... This fact gets mentioned a lot by in a podcast that I listen to. They like reference this. Like, I don't know, every... It comes up, not like all the time, but I don't know, maybe like every 50 episodes or something, they make like an Animorphs reference. Okay. I need a little shiny dot for the bird. Look at this. This cutie. Yeah. Okay. That's a pretty decent bird, I should say. Okay, let's save before I forget and lose all my progress. Animorphs covers Crime We Have. They do look kind of funny if you think about it. They do look pretty funny. I think that was another game we played as kids, actually. Maybe I only read Animorphs so I could play the game with my friends. Like, what kind of Animorphs are you? It's like, oh, I'm gonna turn into this animal, and then we'd run around pretending to be animal. Okay, so should I make adjustments now, or should I just go color the horse? I should color the horse before I chicken out of coloring the horse. Okay, let's color the horse. Let's color the dang horse. You DM'd the lecture on Instagram? Oh, thank you. I will check it out. Horse. Okay, how do I color a horse? How do I color a horse? Time to figure out how a horse should be colored. You didn't read my DM 5 seconds. Oh god. Betty, no! Not you too, no! Please. Hey Queen, I DM you. Did you forget to reply? Haha. Smiley face. No! Horrifying. I cannot imagine being in a position where somebody would be like, I really hope Joy reads my message. Like, that's really hard for me to imagine. I cannot imagine it. It's like, why do you want me to read your messages? You could ask literally anybody cooler. Oh my gosh. Like, really wild. Really wild to think about. Okay. We are shading this horse. This horse is gonna get some dimension. It's gonna look 3D. This is too... I think they think struggle... I don't see how people can see they got left unread 3 or 4 times and they keep going. Yeah, they think struggle is the path to success. Yeah. Yep. I mean, like, it's not inaccurate to be like, you know, just keep trying. Like, if you really want something, just keep trying. Even if it's like gonna be perceived as kind of rude. Like, I feel like this is something that I sometimes clash with. This is not the same thing, but I think it's like a similar sort of feeling where, like, you know how like sometimes you'll be like hanging out with like your parents, you know, somebody older, like your parents or like an auntie or an uncle, and then, you know, they're like, and you're like, oh, like we have to stay in line and like, you know, to buy this like thing or whatever. There's a really long line. And then like sometimes they'll say something like, oh, well, you know, let's just ask if we can like, you know, do this thing, like skip the line or like do something. And I'm like, and it's like, they're not wrong, but it's like, no, this would be not fair for other people waiting, right? Or, you know, like there's some kind of like social, like the only thing holding you back is like a social thing. And it's like, I want to do that because it's like important to me to be, you know, be nice or whatever. And so I think the difference is that kind of thing. Like, I think different people have different tolerances for this kind of stuff. And like the worst part is too, like if your auntie or uncle is like, they're like, okay, well I'll ask. If you don't want to ask, I'll ask. And you let them ask, and then they're like, oh, like so and so, you know, says we can like skip ahead in the line or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna be like, because I'm a terrible person, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm gonna stick to my principles and like stand here in line like I'm supposed to. I'll be like, okay, I guess I will benefit from this, you know? So like, yeah. This message is gonna be the one they reply to. Movies made people think perseverance is the way always. Oh man, it's so true. Like sometimes you watch, especially, I don't know, this is actually kind of true too, with a lot of romance movies are like, you keep asking, you'll get there eventually. And it's like, no, please, that is not the attitude we should be publicizing. If you don't give up, you'll get the girl. Yeah, it's so... If someone asked me if they could cut, I think I would pretend I don't speak English. Like, I don't understand you. Yeah. I think actually nowadays, I think I'm at a point in my life if somebody asked me to cut, I would say no. So the trick, I guess, unless they had some kind of like sob story or something. Like, I don't know why this is the first thing that came to mind as a sob story. Like, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to lose my place in line or something. I would be like, wait, I relate to this. Go ahead, go ahead. So actually, maybe I'm very easy. I guess I'm not that strong. I would be very easy to manipulate. If you know, as long as you're armed with some kind of a story, I'd be like, oh, okay. Okay, I can wait a little bit longer, it's fine. You snooze, you lose. They're crying like a crying baby, holding like a crying baby or something. Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't let someone cut in line unless they had a real good reason, yeah. I think the pressure of like having to, in real time, figure out whether reason is good enough is like really stressful to me. I think I just like, I don't know. I'm like afraid of, it's like if you don't decide fast, then it becomes really obvious you're like trying to like judge them, you know? Like, I don't want people to perceive that I'm judging them, even though I am. Everybody knows you are. Everybody knows you're going to judge. If they ask nicely, I would say yes. If they got attitude, I'm digging my heels and going to check out as slow as possible. Where's my wallet? Where's my card? I'm gonna pay by cash. You count all your change. Slowly, one by one. I have to look up a picture of a horse. How do I color horse? Horse. Thankfully, there's a lot of pictures of horses standing in this exact camera angle. Donate to the children's hospital, sure. In my life, the only people who asked me to cut were really old women. Oh, interesting. Like they'll die in the drive back home old. Whoa. Interesting. I feel like in my experience, a lot of old people are very much like, I mean, they've gone to an age where they're probably like, well, I don't really care if they judge me or not. I'm gonna die soon anyway. So like, might as well ask to make my limited time on Earth more comfortable. I can see myself adopting that attitude when I get old, actually. You'd cut in front of old people? Oh no! I don't think I would cut, but I think I would try to get in line before they get there, you know? You wouldn't actually? Oh, okay. You just got caught up in the moment. Only people are offered me to cut them were also old women. That's true. I guess that's also true. Yeah, I guess on the flip side, it's like, old people tend to be, you know, they're not really like, they don't really have to like be anywhere. You know, they're not rushing around. They don't have to like get back to work. They don't have to, you know, hopefully they're retired and just chilling. Probably less in a rush. That also makes sense. I feel like old people have all the time in the world. Okay, wait. So now I'm excited to become an old person because I want to try cutting somebody in line and be like, can I cut in line? Because I'm 80 years old and I'm gonna die soon, and I would like to make the most of the time I have left on this earth. And just see like how somebody reacts. Would you stand up to give your seat on public transportation for a middle-aged person? No, I wouldn't. Because I have made this mistake. Because I think they actually see it as kind of offensive, because it's like, oh, well, now I look old and now you're offering me as a seat. So I made this mistake in Korea. Like the first time I was in Korea by myself. I don't remember why I was there. I was like on the train by myself for some reason. And I was getting off at the next stop or something. So I was like getting up, and then there was just this, it wasn't even that crowded or anything, but there was this lady who she was like not that old, but she just was like nearby. And she was like maybe like 30 or 40 or something like that. Somebody said that to me. Oh, my thing about me not having enough time on this earth left. Okay, that's fair. I kind of want to try it though. Yeah, I don't think I would actually cut the line. I think I would just be like, oh, I just wanted to try saying it to see how you reacted. I'm bored. I'm 94. But yeah, I was on the train in Korea and I was getting off, and then this lady was like nearby and she was like standing. Because there weren't seats left, but it wasn't like super crowded either. So I got up, and then I didn't know how to tell her in Korean, like, oh, do you want my seat? So I just kind of like looked at her, and then I like pointed at my seat. And then she looked at me like, she didn't say anything back because I didn't say anything to her. And she was like, she didn't smile or anything. She was just like, huh? Like she just looked kind of like confused and a little bit offended. And then I got off the train and I was like, I immediately was like, I think that was a bad idea. I think I just offended this lady. I'm like, and like, this is what I noticed in Japan. Now I'm like kind of sensitive to this because like now when I'm in Japan, and I, you know, and like you're on the public train, I like observe. I'm like, how do people give up seats to other people? Because I'm like traumatized from this experience of like not doing it correctly. And like, unless you're like an old person, actually it's kind of sad. Sometimes like an old person gets on and like nobody gets up. Yeah, if you're not an old person, you just get up and then you just you just leave it to the passengers to like figure out who claims the seat next, and it's usually just whoever's standing closest. And like that's like a nice and fair way to like, okay, if you want the seat, you can take the seat. You are not elderly, you know, you're young enough to just like deal with it. Hey Alexander Dean, welcome. We're just doing some art today. I am shading this horse. I do not know how to shade an anime horse, but we're gonna figure it out. My trick is I just get up and don't even look at them. Yeah, they figure it out, yeah. Did you manage to finish Harvest Moon last night? No, I didn't. I was too ambitious. I think I streamed for almost 4 hours. Like 3.5 hours or something. And we only got to the end of spring. So we still have one more season to go. We have one more season to go. But really nothing left. We just have to wait for the second child. The wife to get pregnant with the second child, and then just the ending. So there really isn't a lot left. So I was kind of thinking like I'll play off stream, like kind of grind through all the you know, cow feeding stuff. That takes forever. Off stream, and then we'll play Harvest Moon, and then maybe like play another game after finishing Harvest Moon. I'm not sure what though. Maybe just some other like one-off game. So yeah, I have to figure that out. But yeah, probably we'll finish next weekend. We'll finish next weekend. Yeah, so like so basically my lesson learned is like unless they are like literally have like white hair and wrinkles, I will not acknowledge their presence on public transportation. We will be strangers. We will be strangers. Okay, looking for more horse pictures because I need to figure out how to shade. And horses are so cool looking. I love horses. So majestic. Can't find a good lighting. Okay. Okay. Just to too dark. Oh, that looks weird. None of that. None of that. Okay. You try to draw your husband's Christmas gift on stream in November. I should. Actually, the streaming is actually really good at like making me make progress. Like I mean, I'm already taking forever to finish this drawing, but I guarantee I'm finishing it way faster than I would have otherwise. So maybe I should stream it because maybe it'll ensure that I actually draw it on time. I think also my coloring system, my new coloring system has made me go faster. So those facts together, maybe I'll actually finish on time. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Sunday Scaries incoming. No! Oh, I hope the Sunday Scaries don't affect you too hard. I used to get really bad Sunday Scaries. Like I'd be like legitimately depressed on Sundays. And like it actually took me a surprisingly long time to figure out why I was so depressed on Sundays. And then my husband, I think it was my husband who pointed it out. He's like, you seem to have a pattern of getting depressed on Sundays. I'm like, huh, I wonder why. And he's like, is it possibly because the work week is coming up and you don't want to, like, you're like sad about the weekend being gone? I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. Like, yeah. Sunday Scaries. Sunday Scaries is like, I mean, I guess basically what I said. It's like, you know, the weekend's over, the work week's coming up. You're kind of sad about it. It's sort of like seasonal depression. It's weekly depression. Weekly depression. Yeah, well, Alexander Dean said. I used to get it really bad. This horse looks pretty shaded. Now I have to remember how a saddle is put together. How the heck do I shade this saddle? First... light. But yeah, some things I work in education, so we're pretty much coasting into holiday season. My Sunday Scaries are pretty subdued. Oh, that's good. Yeah, actually, I think I work in tech, so we don't really have like a seasonal like thing, but like a lot of people go on vacation on around the holidays, and so like I think the pressure to work hard so you can like keep up with everyone else is also lessened. So yeah, I think around the holiday season is pretty coasty, and then you know everyone's busy with like more admin type things like you know, filling out your performance review documents or whatnot. So thankfully it's not too... Oh, I just realized I was like talking away from the microphone. I hope I wasn't being too quiet. Yeah, so thankfully, yeah, around this time of year, the Sunday Scaries aren't too bad. It's a little bit worse for me during the summers. The summers tend to be kind of hardcore for whatever reason. Okay. Also, I think I like, once I started trying to like I used to do my chores on Sunday, but, I think my hypothesis was like, maybe I get depressed because I feel like I'm working on Sunday, sort of. Like, I'm not doing anything fun on Sunday. I mean, like, my Saturdays are fun because I don't, you know, I'm like playing games or whatever, but like, maybe I should relax on Sunday and do my chores on Saturday. And that, for whatever reason, like, psychologically, that, like, helped me. Because it's like, oh, okay, I get to, like, you know, chill out before having to go back to work. So, I don't know. I've been trying various psychological tricks. I find it difficult to take it easy and relax on Sunday. I feel like I'm wasting away the final hours of the weekend. Ah. Yeah, I can understand that too. Yeah. And then you don't want to go to sleep because you're like, if I go to sleep, it's like reverse Christmas. If I go to sleep, then the workday will be here tomorrow. It's like a weird... I need to find a horse with different leg shading. Going to sleep is like pressing the end weekend button. Yeah! I used to be really bad about sleeping, especially on Sunday nights. Actually, I think I'm still pretty bad about sleeping at a proper time on weekends. Not because of streaming, but because of like want to get as most out of the weekend as possible. And I always like plan a lot of stuff for the weekend. I'm like, oh, I want to like play this game and I want to, you know, draw this and I want to, you know, go here and I want to, you know, make sure I accomplish these tasks. And like another thing I had to learn to do is just like lower my standards a bit, which is sort of depressing, but I think it did help. Like I stopped, I had to like tell myself to stop being stressed about it, and the only way I could stop being stressed about it is to not write it down so that I would forget about all the things that I wanted to do. Thankfully, that it turns out that I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm like, okay, forgetting about it doesn't make me sad later. Gonna have a real hell of a time waking up at 4 a.m. on Tuesday for work. Oh gosh. Once you get 3-day weekends, it'll all be better. Is there a plan for 3-day weekends? I'm interested. Sign me up. You have 3-day weekends and it's still not enough? Oh man. Why are there so many? I'm Googling for saddles. Why are saddles so complicated? Why do they look like this? Okay, let's see. I think I'd be bored with 3-day weekends, feel like I'm not accomplishing enough. That's what I hear too sometimes from people who retire. They like get bored and so they go back to work, and I'm like thinking to myself, like I would relish all the time I have. But I think I'm lucky in the fact that I like to draw and stuff. So I have a pretty active hobby, I think. I don't think that's true for a lot of people. If I was tired, I would never be bored. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My dad recently retired and he very quickly started a volunteer job because he got so bored. Oh! I mean, like, you know, everyone's different. I think, arguably your dad is doing something much nicer than what I would be doing, which is playing video games all day if I was retired. I would be a video game grandma. Your dad is volunteering and helping people. Like, that seems a pretty good use of time. I feel like it's different for the chronically online generation. True. I've often thought to myself, like, I wish I could be a hermit with internet. But, I don't know how true that is, actually. Like, maybe I would be sad. I don't know. If I didn't have to work, I would spend as much time as I want getting better at skateboarding. Ooh, cool. Yeah, that takes a lot of time. Like, just any kind of hobby. It takes time. And then play games all night. Yeah, like a hard day's work at getting better at this like particular skill, and then having time to relax later. Amazing. This is the life I want. Like, I don't think I'd ever want to... Like, the more I learn about... Like, I don't think I would ever want to become art as a career. You know, I like rely on it as my sole income source, because it seems like it's really stressful sometimes. But I would gladly do it in retirement. Just like draw all day, paint all day. Can't skate because I don't want to break bones, lose job. Right. You gotta worry about other stuff. Yeah. Like, I would love to draw more, except for the fact that like, mentally tiring. Like, you know, when you're done with work, you're like, should I draw? I was gonna make a comic about this, actually. Like, should I draw? It's like, no. I could draw, but... tired. Look at this luscious hair. Look at the luscious hair on this horse. You ever do commissioned art? Not anymore. Actually, I do kind of want to open commissions again, but it is like sort of mentally stressful because like even if you know, you're like, okay, you're like, I have plenty of time to work on this commission. It's like hanging over your head. At least for me, maybe I'm just easily stressed out by this kind of thing, but for me, I'm like, I'm not done with it yet. It's like a thing I have to do on my to-do list, and if I don't do it, I'll be breaking up. I'll be taking people's money. They've given me money to do this thing for them, and I haven't done it yet, and it stresses me out. So there is some kind of like mental block I have, but I have done it quite a bit, actually. Mostly when I was tabling at conventions and doing, like, you know, people would come by and be like, oh, I mean, like, I had a sign up and be like, oh, you can commission art for me, and they would come by and be like, oh, can you draw this character for me? And then I would do it at the convention, and they would like come pick it up later. Like, that was actually not so stressful because I would like, you know, like, I was at the convention, I'd set aside that time to like just do art stuff, and so it was like, okay, like, this is time box. I will finish it by the convention's end. You know, I won't be like coming home with it or whatever. So yeah, I used to do that, and then I have taken some online commissions. Whoa, not what I wanted to do. I've taken some online commissions, but I haven't done that a whole lot. Some color commissions, but I'm much too slow at digital coloring to like take a reliable, like a good amount of color commissions, digital color commissions. I always felt like not very satisfied with them because I would kind of rush them because I was like, oh, I really want to get it done. But, and then I also, you know, I didn't want to like spend time nitpicking over everything either. So I would kind of just like try to do my best. And I always felt like I felt like I could have always done better. So this horse is looking pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know, it's like kind of stressful. Like, I like the idea of opening my commissions again, but I think I would do it in like if I was retired or something, but not when I'm like, you know, have a day job. I don't know, or maybe just do like really limited things, like draw like a profile picture, you know, something kind of small. Not look right. Me. You ever commission art? You know, I haven't commissioned a lot of other artists. I don't know why. Well, I think partially because I don't have like, a lot of people will commission art of their like OCs, their original characters, but I don't have any. Though my husband has commissioned actually several artists to draw our Final Fantasy characters. So we do have some pieces of commissioned art like hanging around our house, and that's always nice. Yeah, so my husband's commissioned actually quite a bit of people, but I haven't. I don't know. I think it's just because I'm always so busy at like conventions that I like never like I don't know. It just like didn't occur to me. Say all commissions will be ready soon. Yeah, that's a, you know, I could go on a whole, not a rant, but I kind of feel like a lot of, I feel like artists could be better at keeping their clients up to date. I feel like that's like a big complaint I see all the time. But I think it's very, you know, and then like, you know, and then you'll see posts from artists sometimes and they'll be like, oh, you know, like, please don't bother me too much about commissions, which is also understandable. But like, I think it's fairly natural to want to know the status of something that you gave money for. I don't know. So I was always like very communicative, and then like, and I only know this because my husband's commissioned some artists that sometimes they just kind of, you know, sometimes you just won't hear from them for like a really long time, and you're like wondering if they forgot about you, or like wondering if they like, you know, got like the reference pictures you sent, and like it's just a little bit anxiety inducing, you know? So I feel like, and I don't think it's too hard to be like, I mean, I guess I'm saying this, I guess, from a position of privilege as well, because I'm not a full-time artist. So, you know, maybe I'm just not as like swamped with, you know, this kind of work as much as some other artists are. So that might be my, yeah, I just feel like I tried really hard to be like communicative when I take commissions, because I just like, I don't know. I think like a message here or there is like really goes a long way. If I want to get something commissioned, I would give people no deadline, just want it to be good, just get it done within the year and I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people have said that to me too, which is actually quite a relief. That's true. Though we have, there's definitely been a case where my husband commissioned somebody who's actually kind of a popular artist too. We thought like, oh, like no problems, but she didn't, he ended up having to like ask for, like, he had to like find her at another convention and ask for a refund because she like wasn't talking to him at all. It was like a little bit weird. I was like, why? And she was like, and she was really like, I don't know, like she was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, please don't be mad at me. We're like, I mean, we're not mad. We're just, you know, it took like more than like a year to like hear anything about it. So I don't know. Like, can we just have a refund? She's like, okay. And I was like, oh, okay. This is awkward. I I don't know. It was like very strange. That's what Joy's husband told her for his Christmas gift. Yeah, basically. He's the most patient commissioner. Yeah, so these are also awkward situations because, you know, like, I think it's very rare that someone's ever scamming you out of money for commissions. But, you know, sometimes you have to be assertive about like, hey, like, can I just check in what's going on? And then sometimes people will take that badly. And then on the flip side, like, sometimes people are like overly rude about it. They're just like, you know, get it done right now or whatever. Like that happens too. And it's hard to find that balance. Look at this horse. It feels a little bit two-dimensional to me. But that might be because he's an anime horse. I don't know. Checking out your DeviantArt, like, especially love your watercolor work. Oh, thank you! My DeviantArt's pretty out of date, actually. I have not bothered to keep it out of date, or keep it up to date. But thank you. I I've not done watercolor in a while. Mostly because I can't paint with marble around because he will knock over my like water cups and stuff. Azure Flight is gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I actually did that in when I was in high school. I did that a very long time ago. It is one of my favorite art pieces I think I've ever done. I had like my art teacher in high school was really cool. She was like a legitimate like practicing artist. Like she did like, I mean, she would go out and like do art things and like show her art in galleries and stuff. And so she was kind of a really cool person to get mentorship from because she kind of like encouraged everyone to like explore, you know, she knew I was interested in comic art. And then like when I told her about like my idea to kind of do this like mixed media thing where the canvas, the square canvas is kind of like a comic panel, but like the subjects inside the comic panel aren't always like enclosed by the box, right? Like sometimes they pop out and sometimes they're, you know, like coming out of the canvas to show motion or whatever. And she like really encouraged me to do that. So I actually made a couple of pieces, I think, in that high school art class with sort of that same idea. If I commissioned you, I'd want your comic scribbles. Oh my gosh. comic commissions. Now that's an idea. That is an idea. I had not thought about that. I haven't been on DeviantArt in 10 years as a trip. Doesn't it look super different? It's almost unrecognizable, honestly. At most, one in the style of your wedding invitations. Oh yeah, my little comic I made for my wedding invitations that I never sent out because COVID. But yeah, that's a good idea. I think I should look into doing that because those are actually pretty quick for me to do. Like a single, maybe like a single color, like I don't know. Single color, quick line art sort of thing. I miss the ugly green layout on DeviantArt. I know! Now it's all like modern looking and it's, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It's just, it's not home. Look at this anime horse. The eye is too anime. This is not, I don't know if I like this. Maybe I should just do one dot, yeah. I had a DeviantArt all the way back in 2005. Amazing it still exists. DeviantArt got a little too weird for me, so I dipped. Yeah, I never really socialized that much with people on DeviantArt. I know a lot of people have really good memories, but I kind of just posted art and then like didn't talk to anybody. So I don't know. It was sort of a point of pride for me, like maintaining my portfolio, but I don't really have like emotional. I don't have like emotional memories associated with it. So when they announced all the like generative art stuff, I was like, well, maybe it's time to go. Like, I'm kind of sad, but like, maybe this is fine. Leave it in the past. I'm tired of updating everything anyway. I just remembered I would post my art there. Oh no! Your old art is somewhere there for everyone to see. What do horse ears look like? Horses, what do your ears look like? Brown horse. Horse ears are so small. Okay. Horse ears with horse ears. Indeed. What am I doing? Horse ears. I'm googling for horse ears. Okay. Horse ears. Horse ears are kind of, I guess they're not super. Can't find a good picture of horse ears. They're kind of small, actually. Very dark inside. Not too much color. Like make it pink. What a silly animal. I know. They're so cute looking. So majestic, horses. Whoa, that's not what I want to do. Ah. Okay. Pink? Yeah, okay, pink. Kind of interesting. It seems like people sometimes put little hats on their horses with like ear not ear holes, but like ear covers. Like the hat has like a spot for the ears. I do not. This must serve some kind of purpose, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just for decoration. Bridles? No, it's like aren't the bridles just the wire part, like the leather straps on the face? There's like a little hat. It's like a little hat, and then like it's like a matching color. You can get it in matching colors with like the saddle blanket, like the blanket that goes into the saddle. Bridles with swag, maybe just like to keep their ears warm. I don't know. It looks funny though. Funny. I don't like the pink. What if I did? Whoa! I did this. Yellow inside of you? No. Like too pink. Make it more peach. Okay. The stream is also helping me draw. I've been kind of bad in the last week about drawing. Oh, good! Always love a draw along. Or an art along. Okay. It's a little bit better. Whoa, what happened to the saddle here? And now I want to choose a shading color. Maybe like One purple-y color. Color. 2 red. This purple color. Blue color. Great shading. Oh, thank you. Looking at Harvest Boy's overall. What did I? Maybe this purple is the best. I don't know. I just don't know. Does this look like a horse? It kind of does. I guess it does look like a horse. Well, let's add some rim lighting and see if it looks any better. This is a very interesting song that's playing right now. Pretty cool. Oh man, I just realized that the saddle blanket should be like a blue color, I think. Based on the sprite in Harvest Moon. Moon, horse. Horse has like a... horse. Horse. Well, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't have a blue blanket. I could have sworn. I could have sworn the horse had blue blanket. Animal, of course. It does have a blue blanket. Okay. Color in the blue blanket. Borrow this blue color. A bit darker. Like that. Horse looks a little bit too... I don't know. What is wrong with this horse? Maybe not enough contrast? Oh. The horse does not have hooves. That would cause problems, probably. Looks like the horse in Harvest Moon has, like, brown hooves? Is that a color of hoof that horses have? Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay. Slightly more like a horse. This is good. Just the shading a little bit. Add some highlights to, well, actually maybe not. I think this is fine. Okay, so let me try adding some increase. What is the correct levels? Not levels. Looking for. What am I looking for? I want to adjust the contrast. Can't remember. Tone curve? Oh yeah. Look at this high contrast horse. Shiny horse. Yeah, I think that looks better. That looks better. Adjustment layers, my best friend. I think we should change this shadow to lighter so it doesn't look so dark here. Okay. Not bad. Bad at all. The horse have a... Does the Harvest Moon horse have any markings? Oh my gosh, it has like a big old white stripe on its head. I gotta do that. There we go. Change the color of the shadow here. Match. Shading style does indeed take forever. With a full-time job into the mix, I can't blame you for taking so long. Oh, thank you. I feel validated. Yeah, I'm not, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's just more like... I think it's like... I wish I could draw more. But, I mean, I probably shouldn't, like, sacrifice sleep for it or anything. So... This is what I get. I'll just make the most of the time I have. And then I'll think I'll be happy. Any other markings that the horse has? I think so. I think I do want to, shade the belly a little bit. Then add a screen layer, or a soft light layer. Ambient light. I like the haunts. Thank you. It's a very cute horse. Thank you. Yeah, I was kind of afraid it would look a little bit too anime, but I think it turned out all right. It's like the right... It looks Harvest Moon-y. Not too anime, but not too realistic. So I'm quite happy with the balance that we have struck here. Some ambient lighting. Give some contrast between the back and the front legs. A little bit. Would give apple or carrot. Aww. Sure, Haunts would like it very much. What did I even name my horse in Harvest Moon? I can't remember. What's his name? Do not remember. Okay. Pretty decent looking horse, I think. Looking. Yeah. Alright. Let's do the dog. Yeah, let's see if we can shade the dog before ending today. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I want to brush this out a little bit. Okay. Okay. Oops. Messed up my shading. Did you continue reading the books you started before? No. I actually started reading a new book. What is it called? But for a good reason, which is my team at work is, like, we have like a little book club. I think I've mentioned this before. We have a little book club, and this is the book that we chose. It's called... The title's kind of long. I can't remember. It's called, like, The Spy and the Traitor. And it's about, like, this person who was, like the top British spy in Russia during the Cold War or something like that. And I am the worst person to, like, I feel like it's very interesting. I've only read, like, the first chapter or something. But, it's very interesting. But the only thing yeah, The Spy and the Traitor, the greatest espionage story of the Cold War. Yes, exactly. And I know I'm supposed to, like, I'm enjoying it, but I'm also continually thinking about Spy Family and being like, I'm just, like, thinking about, like, huh, like, the person I'm imagining in my head is Lloyd from Spy Family, which is probably not, like, that's probably not how I should be reading this book, but this is what's happening. So, anyway. Well, hopefully I'll get, like... Hopefully this will not mess up my understanding of, like, history. Okay, I need to see a pixel reference of the doggo. Color the doggo correctly. Arrow. He's more, like, yellow colored than in the subsequent Harvest Moon games, it seems. Okay. Yeah, but I started reading that, and I still haven't gone to the books that I started reading before. And I bought a bunch of books from the Shortbox Comics Fair. Link pinned in the chat. I gave money to a bunch of indie comic artists. I bought like, I don't know how many I bought. I bought like 10 comics. Now I have to read those too. When reading books, I always imagine characters that were certainly like nothing like the writers intended. Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully this does not, hopefully my anime influence in my brain does not adversely affect the like content I'm supposed to be getting out of this book. Okay, so I want to... Yeah, but I actually have to finish this book because we are going to discuss it in our book club at some point. So it's kind of... I kind of like the fact that I'm in this book club, even though it's for work, because it kind of forces me to read, like, finish things. Whoa! That's not what I meant to do. Okay, there. Doing shading. Let us shade the dog. I read a story, one character is from One Piece, the other is Denzel Washington, and the other is from God of War. That's how my head interprets it. Oh, that's really interesting, actually. Like an AI image in my brain. Just like, yeah, like combining things. Oh, interesting. I don't think I ever imagine... I think this book, this spy book, is the only time I've really, like, had such a strong image of the characters. How do I draw this dog? My goodness. What is dog anatomy? What is cartoon dog anatomy? Always an actor of an anime or an anime character. Ah. That's kind of cool though. You get kind of like a built-in like play of characters. My gosh, why did I draw this dog so weird? The shadows are sort of questionable. Shading of this dog is questionable. When they develop a relationship, it's always quite the image. Oh god. You've got like built-in fan fiction. Basically. I want to do. Okay. The shading for this dog makes sense. Roughly. Good enough. Dog does not look like it has a neck. See this? Just asked a friend if they would kill ants if they looked like cat, and they said no. Wow, that's a very strong response. Would they keep them as pets? Or is that also a no? Like, is it like a completely flipped opinion on ants, basically? Curious. And what is a good shading color for this doggo? Yes, but a few of them because they reproduce fast. Oh, I see. Do ants reproduce fast? Don't you need like, oh, maybe I'm thinking of bees. Don't you need like a queen ant? So if you don't have a queen ant, they'll just like hang around, right? But yeah, I guess it might be stressful to be caretaker of like 100 cat ants. Very interesting. This is a brightly colored dog. Caro. Oh. Caro has white muzzle and white paws. White paws. Okay. I think I need to up the contrast on this dog. He's got a black nose. Okay. This is a very one-dimensional looking dog. Maybe the base color could be more... darker? Whoa. Fire saturation? That is too blue. Saturated. Okay. Dog looks kind of weird. Maybe I shouldn't fuss over the dog too much. Little shiny eyes, little beady eyes. Perfect. Is the Spine Trader? Maybe I'll read that. Oh, really? Cool. I'm glad to alert you to something that you might be interested in reading. Is it based on real life? Yeah, it's as far as I know, it's not a fiction book. It's like historical. I think a little bit dramatized, but yeah, it's a real person. It's about a real spy. In 2025? Wow, you plan ahead really far. Makes sense though, otherwise hard to get stuff done. This... I need to fix this doggy's eyes. His eyes are funny looking. Oops. Okay, that's a bit better. I'm not happy with how the dog looks. Added a few drawings for specific dates for next year to try that. Oh, interesting. Like plans for drawings for like plans to draw certain drawings. Ah. That's good. I used to do more of that, like kind of plan out like when I wanted to make things. And then I don't know, I don't know. I've really like chilled out on myself. I actively try not to plan too much anymore. Eyeball looks weird. The eye looks weird. Summer birthday drawing, summer holiday specific. That makes sense. Oh, this year I did do something where I did add like certain like fandom anniversary dates or like character birthdays on my calendar. Which is why I actually ended up drawing that that Magni Desmond drawing that I posted. Because I marked his birthday on my I marked his birthday on my Google calendar. I could remember to like draw something for it. I think the other things I have are like the Harvest Moon anniversary and the Digimon Odaiba Day. So hopefully the next year that'll help me, I don't know, kind of be an active fan. Or active fan. Plans to, because 2020 had so much time and freedom, I wound up doing nothing basically. Ah. I mean, that makes sense. You found something that didn't work and you figured out a different system. And if it works for you, great. This dog's eye looks weird still. It looks weird. That look a little bit better? Kind of. This dog looks weird. Why? Why does it look weird? The shadow color? I don't want to fuss with the dog too much, but... Ugh, it looks like Patamon. It does. It looks like Patamon. I change the shadow color to like a... green? No. Saturated? Oh, no, no. Oh, They add another tone curve, higher contrast dog. Oh, actually, this is helping, I think. Higher contrast dog. Okay. Let's add soft light. Well, maybe this is good enough. The dog looks really out of place though. What's the base color? I think kind of this more brown earth color is better. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I think we'll end here. So we've successfully shaded all of the characters, gotten some basic colors down. I think there's still some adjustments I want to make. For example, like I think there's not a good enough color unity. It's kind of all over the place. So I might go in and kind of make adjustments here and there for colors. I think I want to fix Nina's hair too. It looks off to me. I don't know, looks off. And I think the shading could be less saturated, so she doesn't stick out as much. I feel like she's kind of competing with like the front row of characters, so I think I might tone down her hair. I want to redraw Eve's hair at some point. The title wasn't accurate again. It was not accurate. I did not finish this drawing, but we're getting close. We are getting close. Yeah, and then we just need the background. So and then I do want to do my line art coloring to give a little extra pop of color here and there. So yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Just need to do a lot of adjustments, I think. We are getting there. Can't rush art or cow feeding. It's true. It's true. Actually, the more I look at this, the more I really like how I drew Maria. I think I chose a good hair color for her. Okay. I think, yeah, Nina is the problem. Her pink hair is like clashing with everything else. I need to fix this. Okay, anyway. Cool, so we'll end it here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I had a good time. Just drawing and being chill. What else is next? I am going to be streaming on Halloween, or so I plan to. Probably around not 7:30, about 8:30 p.m. again. We're gonna play one night, some more RPG Maker horror games. Don't forget my birthday party. I won't. I know you won't let me forget. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, come by on Tuesday. I'll plan to do an extra little stream. It won't be too long. I think the game's only supposed to be like an hour or 2 hours long. So we'll just play a little bit of RPG Maker horror for Halloween. Just a little thing. And again, don't forget about the Shortbox Comic Fair. It's ending in a couple days only, so get those comics while you have the chance. Let's see if there's anybody to raid currently. Let's see. There's anybody to raid. Oh, there is somebody I'm following who is live right now, but they're like a big artist that I don't know in person, so I probably shouldn't read them. I'm like intimidated. Let's go to who is anybody streaming Harvest Moon right now? Oh, there's an account called Harvest Moon Speedruns. That's cool. No, nobody is streaming Harvest Moon right now. Is anybody streaming Friends of Mineral Town? Oh, there is somebody streaming Friends of Mineral Town. Let me take a look at them real quick. Hold on. I don't know how to like listen to them without them showing up on the mic. Oh, there's an ad. Let me see. I want to see them streaming. They seem to be not moving right now. Their VTuber is very still. I hope they're not broken. Yeah, they have definitely stepped away from their camera. No, they're like their characters in the little hot spring. I mean, they seem cool. They seem cool. Let's just try it. Let's try it. Well, except for the fact that if they're not here, then that's gonna be awkward. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Oh wait, they're back, they're back. Okay. Let's try raiding them. Oh, there she is. Oh, sorry, I was muted. Hopefully you have, thanks for coming to the stream, and hopefully you have a chill rest of your Sunday, rest of the week, and see you for Halloween stream, hopefully. Bye-bye! Let's do it! Da, 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 da. Let's go.